Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. World of Tanks is about to get update 2.0. And I'm talking World of Tanks PC, not World of Tanks console, but I figured this was important news to cover because the people on console need to know about it as well. We need to see what Wargaming is planning for PC, and, you know, maybe we hope for it, maybe we're like, oh, keep that away from us. I don't know, but it's good to jump on this, and it's good to stay up to date with the big mother of World of Tanks, aka World of Tanks PC, the Master Race. So let's get into this and see what kind of stuff they have planned over there. It looks like they plan to add some mild violence. No, I'm just kidding.
World of Tanks 2.0 is the biggest and
just
most important
don't be
update
6.0
in the game's history. It marks the start of a new era.
That looks like a modern tank. Random events. I love random events. They are awesome. And you can turn them off too, so you don't have to worry about them if you don't like them. New sounds. I don't mind that. That sounded good too. New third personal mission campaign. That's a good thing too. And oh, look at this interface. Those of you who have ever played World of Tanks console, specifically 7 years ago or longer, before our 6.0, this is very similar to what ours look like. It's so clean and so sleek and so simple to read. Man, are you guys getting this? You're getting basically our old interface, and I am jealous because our new interface is awful. I like this. Now, you might not like it because you're not used to it, but this is what we were used to, and then they removed it and gave us, well, crap.
Let's begin with the all-new garage.
Garage, huh?
The new garage reflects the scale of the changes.
Yeah, it's just a garage.
It's spacious and richly detailed.
Good for
with
it.
contrast.
Anyway.
The garage interface has also been updated.
Yep.
The top of the screen has become clearer.
Yes, it has.
As the game menu list has been moved to the left and stacked vertically, just as a list should be.
I agree.
The vehicle's crew has been moved next to equipment, consumables, and other vehicle loadout menus.
I like that. That's
so
cool.
all pre-battle preparation now happens in one place, above the vehicle panel.
Nice.
The vehicle panel can now be expanded by pressing the space bar,
Ooh, that's a
giving
cool
you
feature.
the maximum information whenever you need it. In its expanded view, you can now quickly scroll through all your vehicles.
And you can sort them just like on console. That's really cool, including by marks.
Create your own custom vehicle lists.
Oh, create your own list. Oh, that's really cool.
Just like music playlists for different moods.
Kaboom. Referral marks. Oh, I like that.
The familiar filters still work as before.
Okay. Oh, they already had filters. Look at that, guys. You guys already had filters.
The right side of the screen contains all the latest events.
This looks like Blitz.
Activities, Battle Pass, daily missions.
This part right here looks like Blitz.
All in one place. All vehicle information is now displayed in a
Except
new
without
window.
the ads.
In just a few clicks, you'll find a description of its mechanics, all its technical parameters, the module research tab, and its armor layout.
This
the new armor
right here, this is just like World of Tanks console is right now, actually. So that's quite interesting. I assume the armor is going to be better, though. Our armor is awful. It doesn't really tell you exact or how it works.
Tab lets you learn how to block damage effectively and where to aim to penetrate your opponent's armor. Here, you can find a detailed breakdown of the vehicle's armor, including its screens.
Yes.
Hover the cursor over any point to see the exact effective armor thickness at the selected angle. After the battle, you'll now have access to a comprehensive post-battle statistics screen. All this has made the interface more functional and better organized, while retaining the existing overall logic. The new interface and garage are an important part of World of Tanks 2.0, but they're just the beginning of the game's transition to a whole new level.
Now that, I think, is all fine, but that doesn't really affect gameplay. That's one of those things where this you can get used to, but it doesn't change your game. You know, it just changes the garage. You might not like it at first, but then once you get used to it, I think it is streamlined, so it's probably going to be a little bit easier. But how about some gameplay? Oh my gosh. Tier 11. This is not an April Fool's joke.
That's
they are
right.
getting modern
Tier
armor.
11. 16 brand new vehicles at once. This is a major leap forward for the game, and an opportunity for you to discover a whole new layer of gameplay. This is an all-new picture of battle that you'll paint yourself. To get to a Tier 11 vehicle, research it for XP and purchase it for credits. That's all there is to it. 7 heavy tanks, 5 medium tanks, 3 tank destroyers, and 1 light tank await. All these vehicles continue their existing tech tree branches with their own diverse playstyles. There's plenty to choose from. Each Tier 11 vehicle has its own unique mechanic. That may be an active ability that you can use at the right moment, a passive effect that works automatically.
That was 2 barrels on that, on what came after the mouse. And also, this is a Centurion. Is this the Action 10? Are the 11s going to be allowed to fight the 10s? Oh, it is an Action 10. Oh, people are not going to like this. Tier 10 is endgame in World of Tanks. They did this to World of Tanks console. They introduced modern armor. And that was the biggest split this game had ever seen. And they're not even in the same tank pool. You don't play the modern tanks. You don't play the tiers 11 through tiers 13 versus the tiers 10s or 9s. Looks like you're going to have that here. This is going to be a big device in World of Tanks, and probably not a good one.
A situational bonus that activates in certain conditions.
What the heck? He machine gunned him and then blasted him.
Some boost firepower, while others enhance mobility.
That one looks cool. I'm gonna be honest.
Or even reconnaissance. All of them highlight each vehicle's unique playstyle.
So if you hit someone blind, they pop up, huh? For that one? That's kind of cool.
The new vehicles feature an upgraded system exclusive to Tier 11, replacing field modification. It lets you make each of the 16 vehicles even more effective by improving both their base characteristics and special mechanics. When your vehicle is fully upgraded, you can unlock customization elements unique to Tier 11. A stat tracker, volumetric 2D styles, and gun sleeves. And to get all this, all you need to do is play. Play at the new tier.
Yeah, but the big question again is, are you going to be fighting tier 10s? And even tier 9s? And if I'm playing my tier 10, can I turn that off? I don't want to. If I'm playing my tier 10, I do not want to fight tier 11, plain and simple. I don't think anyone at tier 10 is going to want to, except for those who are mentally challenged. Like, is this a good thing? No. I'm going to say it outright. I don't think that's a good thing. It's going to bring a lot of new players to the game, but it's also going to kill a lot of veteran players. And that's so dangerous. That's what World of Tanks console did. And it's not good. You don't want to get rid of your previous player base because they're your most loyal. They're the ones who are putting money in the game. They're the ones who understand the game. They're the ones who are really pushing the game more than anyone else will. Word of mouth is very important. And when you alienate those players and just bring in new players, the gameplay becomes sporadic. And you're no longer fighting good players against good players. It's just a bunch of noobs playing and the games go faster. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You need your old players along with your new players. So we'll see.
2.0 aims to prove gameplay in all areas. And the big rebalance is a crucial part of this. It was broad and systematic, taking into account the introduction of Tier 11. Changes have been made to...
Taking into account Tier 11, these tanks have been rebalanced. Yes, that means the answer is yes, you will be fighting Tier 11s and your Tier 10s, meaning Tier 10s will get buffed, meaning Tier 9s need to get buffed, meaning Tier 8s need to get buffed, meaning Tier 7s need to get buffed, and so on, so forth. Tier 10 is no longer end game. GG, no re.
Almost the entire vehicle roster. This is a complex package of adjustments that, together, will enhance the experience for every player.
Maybe.
First,
I doubt
stock vehicle configurations have been significantly improved.
Good.
This smooths out the dips in their combat potential as you progress through tech tree branch research. The top configuration will remain the strongest, but vehicles will now feel more comfortable to play right out of the box.
Good.
Second, the module system has been simplified. All radio modules apart from the top ones have been removed, while suspension no longer affects load capacity.
Good.
No more restrictions on modules and equipment for stock configurations. This applies to all researchable vehicles in the game.
Those are both good.
On top of that, targeted improvements have been made to hundreds of vehicles across multiple tiers. Researchable light tanks have gained more hit points. A number of premium tanks have been improved.
Okay.
Many underperforming Tier 10s have been buffed, including the Type 5 Heavy and much more.
Type 5. Oh, okay.
All this will improve your experience as you progress through any tech tree branch.
It's
the big
auto damage
rebalance
tank.
will improve the quality of battles, especially in tandem with the new matchmaker.
New matchmaker.
The matchmaker is essential for a comfortable gaming experience. To make it smarter and more flexible, we've almost completely rewritten its core, its very foundation. So now, battles now feature the most varied possible vehicle lineups, even when there are a lot of similar vehicles in the queue. Teams are more often built with a one-tier difference.
That's also really good.
Vehicle roles are taken into account. For example, the matchmaker will put a Badger against a T110E3, not against a Grill 15.
Good. That's good too.
Teams are limited to 3.
So that makes... So what that does is, yes, it makes it so that the games are more fair, if you would call it that. But what it doesn't do is create variety. I love the games where you have to play more defensive, or you have to play more aggressive, or you have to really think harder because they do that. Because they give you a Stridsvagn and they give the other team an Object 268 version 4. And so now you're like, okay, what do we do? Oh, the enemy team has more mediums, your team has more heavies, that kind of thing spices up the game. They don't have that anymore. Now it's very mirrored on both sides, and all you have to do is do better than the one guy who is your counter on the enemy team, which is kind of boring. And that's how you're going to have the biggest impact in your game. Therefore, if there's Stridsvagn in your team and there's Stridsvagn on the other team, all you have to do is better than the enemy Stridsvagn, and that's it. That's your game. And you'll have impacted quite well. And I don't really like that.
Light tanks.
That's my opinion.
And 5 tank destroyers each.
3 light tanks, 5 tank destroyers max.
And most importantly, the matchmaker now adapts better. It reacts to the number of players in the queue and the distribution of vehicle types and even roles.
You said that already.
And finds the best compromise between reducing wait times and assembling the 2 most balanced teams, with the latter always taking priority.
Balance over wait time. Good. Console did not do this. Console went wait time over balance. Console's just like, we got to get you out right now, to the point where you have to go against bots because you waited in queue for 17 seconds, which is ridiculous to me. So I'm glad that queue time is not the priority. Gameplay is wonderful. New story mission. This could be fun, especially if it's based off.
The world is on the brink of great changes. Their
is.
source is a tiny island called Nordskar. Your mission is to land there and infiltrate a secret base.
Oh my goodness.
Gather intel on a new weapon and stop the launch of a satellite carrying data. If leaked, it could change everything.
Operation Boiling Point is a single-player story mission that introduces you to a brand new location, Nordskar.
Okay, so we could still platoon in our War Stories, but this is basically War Stories. And War Stories was one of the best things console had ever done, and everybody liked it. Where are people on PC wishing they had it? And then console got rid of it with our 6.0, which is basically your 2.0. Our 6.0 update. They got rid of it and went a completely different route. Which is so sad, because you literally had PC players coming over to play because they loved it. It was probably the best thing to grow World of Tanks console that had ever been introduced, and they got rid of it. Now you guys just look like you're getting something almost identical, very similar to it, and so I'm very excited for you guys.
Fierce resistance from new Tier 11 tanks awaits you.
That's where they should be.
During the mission, you'll have the chance to capture the newest vehicles yourself.
That's cool.
3 different tanks will help you to adapt to what's happening on the battlefield. Switch up your tactics and vehicles. Utilize new abilities. Call in air support.
What? Artillery on a tank?
And use all means at your disposal to stop the inevitable.
Well, if it's the inevitable, how do you stop it?
The secrets of Nordscar Island will lead you to Sector 3, the 3rd personal missions campaign. An all-new challenge for your skills that's drastically different from the 2 previous campaigns, with new conditions and worthy rewards. The campaign consists of 3 operations, each of which is divided into 3 series of missions: Vanguard, Ambush, Assistance. Each series is completed in vehicles of corresponding roles. No missions are restricted by vehicle type or nation, just 3 general groups by role.
By role.
The mission conditions may not be easy, but they're all achievable. Each operation will be considered completed after its progress bar is filled. You can fill it not just through the main series missions, but also through daily and weekly ones, at any ratio at your own discretion. This means you're always moving toward your goal, even if you're stuck on a tough series mission. After you complete your first operation,
so it's basically
Windhun tank
as long as you play enough, you'll get it done. One of those things. I'm not a fan of that personally. I really like the way PC did their missions for Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 because they were skill-based. Not necessarily were they skill-based. It just meant the better you were, the quicker you could get it done. And then there were some that you just couldn't do if you weren't good enough. And that's cool. You kind of need something like that for players, for better players. You need to give them something that only they can get because they're better. That doesn't mean give them a better tank when they get it done, because now that's just, salt on the wound. Like, oh, you weren't good enough to play the game, so you don't get this tank that's actually better. And now only the good players have the good tank. You know what I mean? That's not good. But you do want to give your good players the ability to flex.
Destroyer will appear in your garage. Awaiting you in the second operation is the Tier 10 VZ-60S Dravitz heavy tank. Finally, when you complete the third operation, you'll get the rarest and probably the most coveted Tier 11 vehicle, the Black Rock. Its characteristics are complemented by a unique firing mechanic that really makes it worth the effort. But no matter how outstanding the Black Rock might be, first and foremost, it's a symbol. Cold, hard proof that you're damn good.
Or you just took forever. Because you're always progressing.
The island where the Sector 3 story begins isn't just the setting for a solo mission. It's also a full-fledged random battles map. Nordscar is a new battlefield that will transport you to a Norwegian island turned secret base.
It doesn't mean it's going to be a good map, but I'll tell you what.
The launch pad and design workshops create cover and key positions on 2 different flanks. The workshops are the arena for close-range brawls, with the overhead pass offering the opportunity to close in on the enemy. In the center of the map, you'll have plenty of space to pick up speed, then find places to stop and spot. The launch pad has both enough space for maneuverable combat and terrain with cover. Its underground part also provides opportunities for flanking and sudden strikes.
What is this, Fortnite?
Explore this new map and its unique atmosphere. Find your own ways to victory on Nordscar.
And then the event that happens is this actually blows up and wipes out the entire map unless you can get behind these covers and wait for the wave to go past. And so you have to get out of the open. I'm just kidding, but that would be awesome.
Another game mechanic improvement is the updated armor penetration indicator.
Unnecessary.
Pressing
okay.
the Y button lets you highlight the armor not only at the aiming point, but also the surrounding area. It activates with a slight delay after you stop and start aiming. The highlighting works only in sniper mode, within a small radius inside the aiming circle, and at a distance of up to 300 meters.
Up to 300, okay. But still, dude. I don't like that. You already have the better armor viewer in the garage. Let people learn.
Another important part of the game. It deepens immersion and provides additional information about what's happening around you.
Yes, correct.
We've diversified our audio using real tank sounds. With new engine and track effects, vehicles now sound different. And more importantly, realistic. All the audio was recorded using real combat vehicles at the Tank Museum in Bovington.
I don't mind that. If it's realistic, I don't mind that. It's gotta sound more like a lawnmower.
Tank collisions now sound richer,
but it's an arcade. You don't need to
believable.
sound realistic. Make it sound,
While destruction sounds vary depending on object size and materials.
That's all.
Update 2.0 brings random events to 4 more maps.
Fjords.
Fjords now has a bunker
maps.
with a passage. And an airstrike opens its doors to everyone.
What? Okay, that's cool.
Ensk region features periodically passing trains that create dynamic cover for moving forward or changing position.
Nice. Oh, that didn't help him. He blew up.
On Redshire, a downed airship can crash at any moment. Its wreckage forms a chain of cover between the center and the castle. And in the southern part of Paris, the bridge was spoiling the entire view from the window. So its debris creates new cover for aggressive play, and even ramps to reach higher ground. You'll have more opportunities to close in and crush some armor.
Whether it annoys you or not, when things are more dynamic, the game plays better.
The rebalance and matchmaker, the improved interface, personal missions, and much more. All this is our new era.
All right, guys. Overall, I think it's a pretty good update. Though my biggest fear is the tier 11 introduced into the game, because it's not just some separate tier that you can play, you know, in your own queue. It looks like you are going to be playing against tier 10s and maybe even tier 9s. And because of that, tier 10 is no longer end game, and now they needed to rebalance tier 9 and tier 10, meaning you also need to rebalance tier 8, and so on and so forth. So they're rebalancing almost everything, they said. Basically, all the tech tier tanks are getting rebalanced. A bunch of premium tanks are getting rebalanced. And so it's just, the game's going to play completely different. You have to relearn everything. If you've already learned it, you have to relearn it all. And so the introduction to tier 11, I think, is very dangerous, because it did not go well for World of Tanks console, and it killed so many veteran players off. That is my biggest fear for PC with this update. Though maybe they're being drastic because they are losing players, and so they have to make something big happen, seeing as the game is still in 2017. This game likes to make leaps and bounds every many years. The game was stuck in 2009 until 2017, and then it was stuck in 2017 until 2025. So they don't update very quickly. But that is going to be it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm going to have to be doing some PC coming up on the channel. So if you're a PC viewer and you want to see some PC stuff, make sure you subscribe. If you're console, well, welcome to the biggest console channel. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.